voice is in my sword.
Hello and welcome to Movie Trailer Rankings, where we take a closer look at the latest trailers on the internet. If you like movies and like movie trailers, you are in the right place. We love trailers, but we don't just love them. We want to talk about them. We want to review them. We want to give them a score and stick them on a leaderboard. So come along with us while we do that. Before we get to the trailer, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit that bell. That way you'll keep up with everything that we produce. You'll know when we put out new content. We're excited to make it for you. Today we're taking a look at The Tragedy of Macbeth, a new film by Joel Cohen starring Denzel Washington. Where's it going to fall on the leaderboard? Stick around and find out. All right, let's go.
By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
My husband. King that shall be.
If we should fail.
We fail. Didst thou not hear noise?
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more.
Are you a man?
Aye, and a bold one, that dare look upon that which might appall the devil.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword.
All right. Hey, if this is the first time that you're with us and you don't really know what Movie Trailer Rankings is all about, we made a video to explain our process and our philosophy, how it is that we rank trailers and put them on the leaderboard, what our scores mean. You can check that out by clicking on the link in the upper right here or on the link in the description below to learn more about who we are and what we do. Okay, let's jump into this, and we want to talk about critical non-factors. And for Macbeth, The Tragedy of Macbeth here by Joel Cohen, a couple of things that we're going to point out are just the style of the film has a lot to do with what this movie is going to be about. We don't want to let that affect the trailer other than to acknowledge it, set it aside and say, hey, how did they deal with those stylistic choices? Did they use them to their advantage, or did they, hide any flaws or whatever? So stark visuals is really sort of the first thing. It looks it's a very visually interesting movie, but it's also kind of stark. It almost looks like it's created to be a stage play, which of course the original was, and so they're sort of playing off of that idea, I think, in some of the minimalist set pieces, some of the hard lighting, the black and white lighting, or the black and white film, and so those are things that the trailer can use to its advantage, but those are the things that come with the movie. We're not going to hold any of it, whether we like those or don't like those things, we're not going to hold them against the trailer or credit them to the trailer either. Same with casting. This looks like a phenomenal cast. I'm excited to get to see how they handle this material. At the same time, those are things that we hope the trailer then can use to their advantage, but we're not going to give it credit for great casting either. And then, hey, it's Shakespeare, and they're, speaking in Shakespeare-y talk. So if you don't like Shakespeare-y stuff, this may not be a movie for you, but that doesn't mean this can't be a trailer for you. So we're going to set those things aside too and just try to look at the trailer itself. So let's move on to scoring. And I think that this trailer actually does make good use of the stylized visuals and without letting things get confused or confusing. It could be a confusing trailer to watch if it wasn't put together well. It seems like it is. And I think it does give space for a terrific cast, really, to showcase some classical theater style acting that maybe in some cases of these actors we may not have seen before. And so they had to debut that in this trailer. They did a good job letting those performances show through. The narrative, I think, holds strong so that you're able to follow along even if you don't know the story. If you're not familiar with this story, you could still follow along, but it doesn't give away too many of the details. And so that's important too. I think it does show you that enough, though, that you know that this is going to be a heavy character drama, that the conflicts are just as much psychological as they are physical. And so it looks like it's actually going to be a really good adaptation, and they're promoting it well here. It looks like a tour de force, if you will. By the way, this is one of my pet peeves. I really hate that phrase. Bonus points to anyone who can come up with a better phrase than tour de force to describe a great work of movie making. Please post your ideas in the comments. I want to hear it. And as soon as we get a good one, I'm going to start using it instead of tour de force. Oh, tour de force. Everything's a tour de force. Anyway, post your ideas in the comments. I want to hear about those. The real driving force of this trailer is the music. From the first frame to the last, it's relentless. And it's a perfect fit for what's going on, for the story, for the characters, just the look of it. Gives a great sense of mix of mystery, drama, thriller. I've watched this trailer several times now, and it's really the music that keeps bringing me back to it. So gives a real strong impact here. The trailer presents the movie as a strong piece of cinema. I'm really looking forward to where they go from here. So we're going to give the Tragedy of Macbeth trailer an 8.3 out of 10. All right, let's see how it stacks up against trailers for this week, for this month, for this year, and then we'll check it out on the leaderboards. That'll do it for us this time. And leave comments for us if you've got some better ideas or think we got it right, think we got it wrong. We want to hear from you about all of it. And then come back next time. We'll have more trailers next week. All right, that's it. Thanks.